Laura zipped up the suitcase on her bed and exhaled as the deep ache inside her intensified. This ache was one she'd experienced constantly for the past 9 years, one she'd learned to live with. An ache of loss, an ache of guilt, and now the ache was so much more complicated. It wasn't every day that her mum rang to tell her she had advanced stage cancer, that she didn't have long to go. It wasn't every day that Laura resigned from her job at the beauty salon in order to spend every moment possible with her dying mother. Laura sucked in a shaky breath as she pulled the suitcase off the bed and glanced around the room. She wondered why she felt such a finality at packing her suitcase and leaving her Melbourne apartment, as if it were for the last time. The bedroom door swung open, and Laura jumped, her nerves on edge. Luke, her fiancé, came in and placed his hand on her shoulder. "You okay?" he asked. Laura nodded, afraid that if she spoke, her voice would give away the fact that she was far from okay. "Babe," he continued, "I know I said I'd be able to come up on weekends to visit you and your mum, but I'm not sure how often it'll be. You know, with work and everything." Laura frowned. "What do you mean?" "I've put my hand up for that promotion." "Now? And?" "Well, I can't just up and leave on a Friday night and be 300-odd kilometres away in the middle of nowhere. Do they even have internet there?" "Of course we have internet. It may be a small country town, but it's not the Dark Ages." "It's just there'll be more meetings, more trips to Sydney. It's bad timing." Laura's hackles rose. "Well, I'm sorry my mother's cancer is inconvenient for you." Luke dropped his hands to his hips. "Come on, you know I don't mean that. I'm simply saying I may not be able to get there every weekend, that's all." Laura swallowed back a lump of realization in her throat. "I'm sorry, babe, but you know how important this promotion is. It will set us up for life. We could finally get married, buy a house, start a family." Laura shook her head. "I can't think about things like that right now. My mother is dying." "I know, it's awful, but we have to think about our future too," Luke said, reaching toward her. Laura batted his hand away. "This is so typical of you, Luke. Work always comes first. I thought you'd have my back on this and be there for me." "I am, babe, but—" "And stop calling me babe. You know I hate it." Luke cocked his head to the side and slumped his shoulders. "Look, I know you're hurting, and believe me, if I could do anything to change things, I would, but—" Laura clenched her jaw, her body shaking with adrenaline as she reached for her suitcase and turned toward the door. "Laura, hey, come on. Don't leave things this way. Let's talk it through." Laura paused in the doorway and looked back at Luke, wondering what she ever saw in him. Sure, he charmed her with his Brad Pitt smile and Chris Hemsworth biceps, and his promises of the world as he climbed the advertising ladder. But when it came down to it, when it really mattered, he never had her back. This wasn't the first time, and she knew it wouldn't be the last. Work always took priority for Luke. Money and status were his first loves, probably his only loves. Why had it taken so goddamn long for her to realize that? "I'm not one of your clients who will talk it through. I'm not doing this anymore. It's over, Luke. Goodbye," she said coolly. It wasn't until she stepped into the elevator that she let the tears flow.